This is Julian Newman, a player so famous in 5th grade that he probably had more highlight tapes than homework assignments. He was the kid the internet swore would be the next Kyrie Irving. Well, minus the height, the vertical, and honestly the height. But somewhere between middle school demigod and grown man basketball player, things got interesting. So today we're answering the question that's been floating around YouTube for years. Whatever happened to Julian Newman? Let's start at the beginning, because Julian didn't rise to fame. Fame sprinted toward him like he owed it money. At age 11, he was playing varsity basketball. When I was 11, I was trying to beat the last level of Mario Kart. Julian was putting up varsity numbers, 12 points, 11 assists, 4 steals, all while being roughly the height of a regulation traffic cone. His handles were ridiculous, his confidence was outrageous, and the mixtapes, beautiful, cinematic, shot like the opening scene of a sports anime. Soon, cameras followed him everywhere. Every game felt like a feature film. Every crossover was filmed like it was historical evidence. Julian had the handles of a Harlem Globetrotter and the shot selection of every guy at LA Fitness who insists on taking step-back threes while down 10, but then high school. And high school comes with one very big problem: tall people. It turns out that when you're 5'7", driving into the paint against a 6'8" defender feels less like basketball and more like running face first into a large appliance. Such recruiters loved his creativity. They loved his passing vision. But Division I schools wanted something he couldn't really provide: height, length, verticality, and for emphasis, height again. Eventually, the Newman family created Prodigy Prep, a school that gave Julian a custom environment built around his game. And to his credit, he put up numbers there. But the question started getting louder. Is he an elite college prospect or the greatest mixtape player of all time? Because you can't break ankles if the defender simply refuses to participate. Despite all the hype, Division I offers didn't pour in, which surprised absolutely nobody except the YouTube comment section. You know the comments I'm talking about. Coaches hate short kings. Julian would drop 40 in the NBA if they let him cook. Right. Anyway, eventually Julian committed to Bethesda University, an NAIA and NCCAA program in California. Real basketball, real competition. So, how did his first college game go? Well, 0 for 6 from the field, 0 for 12 from 3. Listen, we've all had rough nights. I once shot 0 for everything in a pickup game and blamed the ball, the rim, and global warming. But even though his debut wasn't ideal, Julian kept grinding. And this is where the story takes a turn, because Julian Newman might not be in the NBA, but he's absolutely thriving on social media. Over 1 million followers on Instagram, he has brand deals, events, content, and yes, the same crossover he mastered when he was 6 is still very much alive. As of today, Julian Newman is playing at Bethesda University, training full-time, building his personal brand, and creating content that actually reaches more people than most professional players ever will. He didn't become the next Kyrie. He became something different. One of the most recognizable basketball personalities of the last decade. Proof that in today's world, you don't need the NBA to have a basketball career. You just need skill, confidence, and a camera pointed at you since elementary school. If you enjoyed this episode of Chronicled, hit like, subscribe, and let me know who we should break down next, preferably someone taller, but hey, I'm flexible.